economy. A warning from Hyundai Motor Company's labor union today. President Trump's tariff policies could jeopardize thousands of jobs at the Hyundai factory near Montgomery. The union said its contracts with Hyundai mandate the company shut down overseas factories first before closing its plants in South Korea in the event a trade war impacts sales. The warning adds to a mounting chorus of concerns about the impact of Trump tariffs in Alabama. Tonight, News 5 investigates what the trade war could mean to the Mobile economy. Here's News 5's Peter Albrecht.
We are going to make trade fair and reciprocal.
President Trump says his new tariffs on adversaries and allies alike will protect American jobs. But the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, many economists, and those with their fingers on the pulse of Mobile's economy say the impact will be just the opposite.
Right now, it scares me to death.
Jimmy Lyons has run the Alabama Port Authority for nearly 2 decades. Mobile set a record for exports last year, but about 17% of those exports now face retaliatory tariffs from China, Mexico, and Canada.
We're so linked with Canada and Mexico.
Lyons says the trade war will certainly impact Alabama's top agricultural export.
Our grain elevator here, most of what they do is soybeans to China. So I could see it, if not killing, greatly diminishing our business.
Lyons says a $60 million automotive terminal at the state docks is now in jeopardy, and he worries about steel exports. Mobile right now trails only Houston as an American steel port. More than 2,000 people work at steel mills in Mobile County. AMNS, part of the former ThyssenKrupp facility, imports raw steel from Brazil and other countries and exports much of its finished products, meaning it could be doubly hit. But the company is taking a wait-and-see approach. A spokesman told News 5 the implications of these measures for our operations and our customers are complex. We're evaluating the market dynamics created by the trade measures and potential retaliatory measures. But Lyons is definitely concerned.
I'm worried about our steel business.
So too is Chamber of Commerce CEO Bill Sisson.
Mobile has always looked outward to build its economy.
Mobile is home to companies from around the world and is entrenched in international trade, something on display at the state's Workforce Training Center on the Causeway.
We're such an export-oriented port, and so certainly, any sort of tariff war or skirmish or whatever you want to call it is going to cause some uncertainty, and uncertainty is not good for business.
The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has calculated that only 5 other states will suffer more from the trade war than Alabama, with 567,000 jobs in the state related to global trade. It's encouraging people to contact Congress, but Lower Alabama's Representative Bradley Byrne, usually a staunch supporter of the president, is already on board.
If a trade war gets out of hand, it could have a very significant negative effect on the national economy and the economy in this region.
But at this point, the president is not deterred.
The era of global freeloading and taking advantage of the United States is over. It's just over. It's over.
Now, Sisson and Lyons both say they worry about possible inflation due to a trade war and what that could do to construction costs in the area. That, in turn, could impact everything from new housing and new building costs to the new I-10 bridge. Peter Albrecht, WKRG News 5.